And here we go. Hey folks, Chris with Life and Real Estate back to you with another video. And today we're going to ease off the real estate for a little bit, and we're going to talk about something else, and we're going to do a little life lesson type thing. And it's going to be more than just, a philosophy or whatever you want to call it. This is going to be more, if you're trying to pursue a goal, whatever the case may be, right? So our typical standard affair here. So we're going to talk about, are you a hindrance to yourself? That's a pretty big question, right? So are you a hindrance to yourself? What does that mean? So are you being the cause of you not progressing forward? And what can that entail? So let's say, I don't know, for example here, let's go with, okay, we'll go with this good one. This is something I've experienced, so I can talk about it. You don't need all the fancy stuff to get started on whatever it is that you're doing. Like for me with my real estate business, I didn't need to have any fancy website or any of that stuff to get started. I mean, it's nice to have, but you don't need that. You need people. You need conversations and things of that nature to get started. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do for free without paying for anything, right? So for me, I had to get my mindset out of, I gotta have all this fancy bells and whistles and shiny things to, attract clients, when you really don't. You just gotta get out there, get known, so people know what you do and show value. And that was a big thing that was hard for me to get over, was, I don't really need this, I just need to go out and do this, and then actually doing it and taking those action steps. And that's where a lot of people get stuck. So, are you taking the massive action steps you should be having to get out there and do whatever it is that you want to do? Or are you, using the excuses of like, oh, well, once I have this done, then I can pursue this, or once I do this, then I can do this. Well, that's kind of hindering you, isn't it? You could be doing what you want to do, or what you're trying to do, or what you're trying to reach towards, if you start now. You don't have to have everything perfectly aligned, because if you wait for everything to be perfectly aligned, you're never going to start. I hate to tell you that. That's just how it is. I don't think there's any successful people out there that say, that they would say that they've just, put it off and put it off. No, they got working on it right now. They didn't wait. They just started. And yeah, it may sting a little, depending on what it is, to get started right away. But you know what? You're just learning how to get there faster, right? Instead of taking 10 years to get where you want, how can you take that 10 years and condense it down into a smaller window? You will fail trying to do that, but you're going to be a whole lot further along in that little 6-month time window, whatever, or year, whatever the time frame you set for yourself to do, than you would be had you not, right? So you're making progress, and it gets easier, and then you can really push through and achieve those goals that you're looking to build, whatever they are. So, you can't let yourself be a hindrance, and you got to get out of your own head and look at the bigger picture, and ask yourself, what do I need to do to get where I want to be? And then start acting on it. If you're not acting on it, then you're not doing it, and you're probably not going to. I mean, you've all heard the phrase, the farmer who waits for the perfect weather never plants. Well, here we are to that phrase again. Well, it applies here too. Don't be a hindrance to yourself. Have the drive and show that you want it, and then actually take the action to want it and do it. You're never going to get anywhere in life if you're just hanging around, just, waiting for things to kind of line up perfectly and go. Life doesn't work that way. I'm sorry to tell you that. If you don't know that by now, maybe you need to start paying attention some more. It's a horrible way to say it, but sometimes the truth hurts. And it's not an easy thing to get by. I understand that. But how long are you going to let your life not be where you want it to be because you're not taking any action to make it where you want it to be? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, because otherwise I'm talking to a brick wall and nobody's paying attention for anything. So let's consider what else you might be causing you to hinder yourself. So we talk about, you don't need all the shiny everything to line up perfect, right? So you don't need any of that. So we cover that. Your mentality. Mentality is another big one, and this kind of goes hand in hand with some of the stuff we've already talked about. You need to get yourself mentally focused in what you want to do. If you're not mentally focused and you don't have that drive, and I'm going to keep saying it until you get annoyed with me saying it, to go, then you're not going to. And you need to get yourself mentally psyched up for what you want to do. You have to want it, and want it hard. And I'm talking, and no, I don't mean that way, so get your minds out of the gutter. But you have to really want it. And you have to be willing to make those either sacrifices, changes, whatever it is, to get there. You can't just sit around on the couch and watch TV or play games on your phone or watch YouTube videos. Yeah, I know, counterproductive there, but you can't do any of that stuff and expect that what you want to do just to kind of happen. It doesn't work that way. You are the controller of your own life. I mean, as some folks would say, you are the CEO of your life. You know, and it's not like you can just say, oh, I'd like to start a new company with my life because I don't like how one's going right now. Well, you're the only one that can change that. You're the only one that can change how your life is going, and you know, nobody else can do that for you. It really is all you. It's all your mentality. It's all your choices that you make. It's all about what you're doing to get to where you want to go. And I don't know how else to put it to you. I mean, it's kind of the ball's in your court. Do you want to continue as you are now, or do you actually want to go and do something with your life? Whether it be your goal that you're trying to achieve, or like me, starting a business, or you know, if you've got some big thing that you want to do 5 years down the road, you have a place you want to be 5 years down the road. What are you going to do to get there? Are you just going to wait until year 4 and you're like, oh, I really wanted to do this in 5 years, I guess I'll start now? Well, then it's going to take you even longer to get where you want to be, right? So my advice to you in closing out this video is, don't wait for perfection. Start now. Doesn't matter how little or how small, start making progress towards what you want to do. And you might be surprised, and it kind of builds momentum, and you want to keep going because you're seeing the fruits of your labor, so to speak. And it just kind of blooms from there, and you could be a lot better off in a few months if you've got a long-term goal that you're trying to reach than you were, you know, just sitting on the couch for another 2 years. I mean, I use that analogy a lot, but let's face it, we're in a lazier society where all we do is sit on our phones all day long, or we sit in front of a computer all day long, or in front of a TV all day long, and we don't do anything to get where we want to go. Whether that be financial freedom, starting a business, whatever it is. Losing weight. I mean, I'm doing that now too, so, you know, I got lots of things I'm going on. So it's up to you. Are you going to make the changes and take the action steps you need to move forward and progress your life, or are you going to sit by on the sidelines like most other people are going to and kick yourself the rest of your life? It's kind of your call. Only you can make the choice to change, and you don't want to continue to be a hindrance on your life. I mean, I don't know how else I can say it to you. You got to make the choice and make the conscious decision. Sorry about the jump cut. I had a coughing fit. But only you can make the decision to change your life. I think that kind of leads the end of the video here. You know, I really hope that you start taking the action steps you need to make to get where you want to go. And I want to see you all succeed. I want to hear those success stories. I want to know how you're doing. You know, let me know. I answer all the comments when you do post down there, so feel free to message me. Otherwise, I hope you guys stay positive, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.